feet tall, grayish skin, large eyes, long skinny arms and fingers. 4 feet tall, grayish skin.
Hey YouTube, it's Justin, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today I'm going to be doing a product review for the Tama Classic bass drum pedal. And you may notice it looks a little bit weird right here. It looks kind of like it's flattened out. And that is one of the cool things about this pedal, and one of the things I really like about it. It actually folds up to become very compact, as you can see right here. Let me just show you real quick before I get into the rest of the details of the pedal, but all I have to do to set it up is just loosen this little thing right here, and then tighten that back up once it gets into position, and that's your spring tension. And then here on the side, there's a little drum key adjustment, and then I can pull that up to make it the full height. And now we have a fully working bass drum pedal. So it's really good for that. Like, you could pack it into your bag and your trap case without taking up much room. I used this actually when I just traveled to Florida and played it on my little compact electronic drum kit that I took with me, and it worked really good. I could just fold it up and just put it in the case, and I even left the kick drum trigger on there when I did that, and it fit right in there, and it was really cool. And this thing feels really good too. I usually play this on my acoustic kit actually, but I just took it out just to take it on that road trip with me. But I'm probably going to take it back over to my acoustic drum room here pretty soon. Some more details on this pedal though is it's a chain drive pedal. It's just a single chain, not a double chain, but it feels very solid. There's nothing weak feeling about this bass drum pedal at all. Even though it does kind of have a vintage classic look to it, it's actually quite heavy, and all the parts seem really well made and very solid, which is, you know, that comes as no surprise being from Tama. Basically, their stuff is pretty indestructible. Almost every piece of hardware I've ever had well, not almost, every single piece of hardware I've ever owned by Tama has lasted me years and years, decades most of the time. So it's really good stuff. There's not a whole lot more to say about it. You know, it is just a bass drum pedal. It's pretty fast. It has a kind of a heavy feel. The beater is pretty heavy, and, like, you know, it's supposed to be classic design. A lot of older bass drum pedals did have kind of a heavy feel, but I like that because it gives quite a loud, you know, thwack to the bass drum, especially on an acoustic set. I know a lot of double bass drum pedal players out there these days like kind of a light pedal, but, you know, if you're triggering, that's all fine. But if you're using on acoustic drums and you want to get a good sound, you kind of want a pedal that gives a nice slam into that head when you're playing, and this one really does do that. It's got, you know, just a nice rebound on it. It really makes contact with the head really well. And then it has a felt beater on it, which I like a lot. A lot of companies put like plastic and, you know, all kinds of crazy beaters on there these days, but I actually just prefer a plain old felt beater. And what's nice about this one, you'll notice that it is actually, let's see if it'll focus. Well, you can still tell. It's just a little bit tapered. And what I mean by that is it's not perfectly flat on the edge. It's actually got a little bit of an angle to it there, so when it contacts with the bass drum head, it actually hits, you know, on the full surface of the beater rather than just the tip. So you don't get that like divot in your head when you're playing with this thing. It's, you know, basically pre-angled to make it hit the head correctly. So yeah, and then it also has, you know, you have your little metal support down here that is locked in via this wing nut right here, and then you tighten it onto the rim via the side wing nut over here, so you don't have to reach under the pedal to tighten it or anything like that. And it just has this one support on the right side, and like I said, it's very solid. It's not going to shake around when you're playing, and it's just a really nice pedal. So what I'm going to do is just show you guys a little bit of footage of me playing with this thing a few months ago from another video, because I have my double kick drum pedal set up on my electric kit here, and I really don't want to change that because it's a kind of custom-made thing that I did with the noise eater on the bottom of it, so I don't want to change the whole angle of my kit to set that up. So I'm going to show you some old footage, but I don't think you'll mind. You'll get the point. And anyway, I highly recommend it. If you want to pick one of these up for yourself, there's a link down below. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell icon and the like button. I'll see you guys really soon. Happy drumming.